Introduce yourself.
My name's Jacob Kincaid. I'm Dylan Kincaid's brother, and I like to play guitar.
What made you pick up a guitar?
Honestly, it's hard to tell. I was only 4 the first time I started playing. My dad always had a guitar around the house, so I probably just did it because he did it. And then here I am 20 years later with probably 10 guitars, and that's probably not a good thing, but I love it and I enjoy it, and it's what I do.
How old were you when you first started playing?
I was 4 years old when I first got a guitar. My grandpa gave me a guitar. I actually still have it. But I was 4 years old when I started playing. I actually started playing drums, and then I moved to piano, and then finally guitar, and it just clicked, and I've done it ever since.
What motivates you?
I'd say there's a few things that motivate me. I like to play guitar in church, so I think that's the main thing that motivates me. Is I play in our church band, and I'm involved with a lot of different musicians in the area, and it's nice to be around like-minded people. It allows me to grow in my skill and my hobby. So I'd say friends motivate me, and then just trying to be a better musician every day, trying to practice every day. It's really difficult with I work a couple jobs. But just finding every day a little bit of time to practice, that keeps me motivated.
When was your first big gig or event?
I would say I was probably 13 or 14. I started playing guitar at church at 12, and then we had this big event. It's called Church Camp, which happens once a year. I would say that was my first kind of big event I played at. There was probably 400 or 500 people there. And as a 13-year-old, that being the first time you play out somewhere other than church, that's kind of a big deal. So I'm sure I played all the wrong notes possible. But yeah, that was probably the first time I really played out.
What was your first guitar?
So my first guitar, like I said, I got when I was 4 from my grandpa. It's a red electric guitar. If you want to grab it, Dylan. It's right there. I'm sure the audience would love to see it. Nothing special in design, but it is special to me because my grandpa, who passed a few years ago, gave me this guitar. This is the very first instrument I ever learned on. I actually just finally put strings on it 20 years later. Doesn't play well, but I love it. Yeah, this is my first guitar. It's called Stella.
If you had to choose, which guitar is your favorite?
Can't do that. That's like choosing a favorite child. You just can't do it. You love them all the same, and they all do different things, so can't say I have a favorite.
What got you into producing music?
Honestly, it started out, I bought this thing called an interface that's just hooked my guitar up to the computer, and I would just play through there. And then eventually I added a piano, I added some drums, and then from that point on I just really loved making music all together. Like I said, I started playing piano and then drums, or drums and then piano and then guitar. And so in the software right behind me, it's called Logic. It allows me to incorporate different instruments and to make like a song or whatever. And I just love doing that. It's super fun. And then there's some people that I'm associated with that sing and play instruments as well, different musicians in my circle. And we just get together and produce stuff, and it's super fun. It's just fun to hang out with people who also produce, like I said, like-minded people. And I just do it for fun. It's awesome.
Why do you love to play?
That's a loaded question. I've done it since I was a kid. It's kind of like reading to me or eating. It's just something that's a part of my life that runs in my veins. I don't really know why I love it. It's something that I connect with. It's something I've always done, and something I know I'll always do. It's just part of my life.
Thank you for letting me do this interview.
Of course, bro.